All right, it's media day. We're talking 10-6A and joined by Courtney Allen, head coach over there at Mesquite Horn. And coach, you had one heck of a first season over there at Horn last year. You know, you pulled them up out of the ashes and got them up to 8-2 and 8-3 after the playoffs. Talk about that first season and how turning that thing around and getting some success there may breed into success for 2023.
Well, first of all, man, the kids were resilient. Number one, they welcomed me and my staff in here with open arms. They went straight to work. They bought into what we were selling, and once that happened, it took fire. We quickly realized who we were. We played with our identity, which is a tough physical football team, man, and it was exciting for them. And like I said, the kids really did. It really wasn't us, man, but they did a great job. For us building on success of it, man, this team got to go win a game. But to have the excitement back in the community and the school is everything. So the kids have something to play for now.
Exactly. To actually know that you can win, and if you follow the game plan, it's got to be something that you can ride off of. Before we start talking about your team, let's talk a little bit about the district because we got coaching change in there over there at Heath, bringing back that Rodney Webb, who's familiar with the Rockwall area. You got Rockwall up there, and obviously you guys aren't going to be a surprise to nobody no more. They know what time it is. So talk about kind of surveying through that district and trying to not only get back to where you were, but maybe jump up for a spot, try to get that district title.
Yeah, I think there's some parity here in this district, man. There's no to me, there's no clear-cut guy right now. You got to go play. You got coaching changes at Heath and at Tyler Legacy with Coach Trehan going down there, who's a good coach as well. Roy City came in last year, made some noise. And you got to look over across the road over there at my boy DeMarcus and Mesquite. They're going to be ready to fight too. So every week you're going to have to play. I'm not, North Forney, they're loaded with kids, so like I said, every week you have to play, which is good for you. Again, because it prepares you for the playoffs if you're fortunate enough to get in.
It looks like we look at the Jags this year, it looks like it, and I've been doing these all summer long, but it looks like if I ask you where your strength is, you'll say probably offense and defensive line, whereas I don't know another coach that I've talked to that says their offensive line might be a strength. Is that something that you find as a strength with your team this year?
But yes, the offensive line, I think, is a strength of ours. Our offensive line coach, Coach Reese, has done a great job with mentoring and building those kids into winners. They're the cohesive unit now. We played 3 sophomores up there last year as well. So, look at that coming into this season. They're gotten stronger. So I definitely believe that they're going to be a focal point of strength for our offense.
And then you flip it on defense. You got a dude with over 15 sacks coming back with Armstrong back on the line. Talk about how dangerous he can be and maybe how your defensive line can be as well.
Well, yeah, he's gotten so much stronger and quicker this offseason. He did a great job with wrestling, so it helped him with his feet and his leverage. And our defense line as a whole, I think, is the strength of our defense, really. And so we feel good about it because the game is won in the trenches on both sides of the ball. But that defensive line, they're going to make some noise, man. I'm very pleased with the work they put in this offseason and this summer.
What are things looking like in the skill position, especially on offense? What do we have to look out for with over there at Horn?
Well, we have a plethora of guys, man. I just watching kids develop, kids people don't even know about. That's what's really intriguing to me. Some of our younger guys have stepped up and had great off seasons, track and 7-on-7. They've done a great job. So we have our junior tailback returning, Titus Muse, rushed about 900 yards in the shared backfield. He's coming back. Said Lott, 6'6" wide receiver that we got back out the gym, who adds another piece there. Tristan Gardner, Darren Jackson. I mean, I can keep going. To be honest with you, so I'm very excited about the tools that we have. Because I think last year people can kind of hone in on one guy that we had. Well, that they can't do that anymore because we got some weapons.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's finish it off by talking about the non-district, who you have this year. I know it's the same as last year, but just to remind the people who you got and what you hope those games will help you with going into the regular season.
Okay, well, we first started out with Plano West on the 24th on a Thursday night. Then follow up with Arlington Bowie here at home. Then we travel down to Tyler Rose Stadium and play Tyler High. And we come back here on my birthday on September 14th. And we play the Arlington Coach, and that'll be a TV game as well. So what we look for, we want to get our young guys as many reps as we can and get them prepared for district play. And let them kind of get that learning curve and kind of turn the tide a little bit so they can be ready to go to war when those games really count. So 4 good teams, they give us an opportunity to see where we are. But again, the biggest thing is we want to be ready for district play.
Absolutely. And they were ready for war last year. They only got the 1 loss in district play. So we're looking forward to it. This thing starts in a couple weeks. So I appreciate you joining with this, Coach, and we'll talk to you down the line.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you always, brother.